Marley was dead, to begin with. Yeah, Jacob Marley, that old guy, he's dead. Dead as a doornail. Dead as a doornail? Well, I don't think that a door's nail is a particularly dead type of nail. If anything, I would say like a nail in a coffin would be more dead than Marley is dead. Yeah, this is a bit awkward, but I'm just here for exposition. But it really is important for you all to know that Jacob Marley is dead, otherwise you're going to miss, like, everything that happens up here tonight, okay? So, just remember, Jacob Marley is dead. Dead. Like Tila Tequila's career dead. Good. You know who Tila Tequila is. I didn't. Okay. So, Jacob Marley, dead. You all got it? Okay, good. Before Marley was dead, he was business partners with Ebenezer Scrooge for I don't know how many years. Marley being the rich piece of shit that he was, Scrooge was his only friend and mourner, and even he didn't seem too cut up about it. Probably because he's also a rich piece of shit. Sorry. A squeezing, wrenching, grasping, covetous piece of shit. No warmth could warm him, no wintry chill him. He drank his coffee iced in the dog days and didn't make tweets about how weird it was to drink coffee iced in the winter. No, people didn't like him. People didn't even say hello on the street. They didn't say, hey Scrooge, what's up? Or, yeah, Scrooge, let's get high and go to the grocery store and look at the lobster tanks. No, they didn't. Dogs didn't even like him. And dogs like everyone. But what did Scrooge care? It was the very thing that he wanted, to edge his way along the crowded paths of life, wanting all human existence to keep its distance. He definitely doesn't have anything to unpack there. Our story begins at his counting house, called Scrooge and Marley Counting House, after his partner, who is... Yeah, you were paying attention. Yeah, thank you.
Your fire is looking a bit larger than usual, Mr. Cratchit. Have you been using more than your allotted amount of coal?
Well, I mean, yes, but my hands were shaking so hard from the cold that my paperwork was becoming quite a mess. So I hoped a little more coal would help.
Well, the solution seems simple here. The amount of coal you use today shall be deducted from tomorrow's amount.
But sir, that means I'll have no coal, no fire. And besides, tomorrow's Christmas Day, sir.
And?
Okay, sir.
Excuse me, is this Scrooge and Marley?
Yes, it is.
Despite Marley's death, Scrooge never painted over his name on the sign. If new customers came in, called him Scrooge or Marley, he answered to both the same. It didn't matter to him. Historians would later call them good friends.
I need to get a loan. I'm sorry, I'm not really sure how any of this works. This is my first time figuring out loan stuff, and you're the only counting house in town anymore. It's an emergency. You see, my boyfriend was in an accident.
I don't need the story, just the amount.
Oh, well, the surgery's going to cost about $10,000.
Pull up a contract for a $10,000 loan.
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. You have no idea.
With a compounded interest rate of 27%.
27%? That's really high, right?
Well, it certainly is on the higher end.
It is less than the maximum allowed by law. I just as easily could have charged you a 30% rate.
But
Do you need the money or not?
Yes, sir.
Any other business you need?
No. Thank you, sir.
Merry Christmas, Uncle Scrooge.
Bah! Humbug!
Christmas a humbug. Surely you don't mean that, Uncle.
Oh, I do. Merry Christmas. What reason do you have to be merry? You're poor enough.
Oh, All right, then.
Oh, return the nephew gaily. No, that's what the original text says right here, page 69. Return the nephew gaily.
And what right have you to be dismal? Your original?
Bah, humbug!
Ah, humbug is that your catchphrase now?
Out upon Merry Christmas! What is Christmas time to you but a time for paying your bills with no money, or finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer? If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled alive in his own pudding, buried with a stake of holly through his heart, he would.
Uncle?
Nephew! Keep Christmas in your own way. Let me keep it in mine.
Keep it. But you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone then. Much good may it do you. Much good it has ever done you.
There are many things, I dare say, by which I've derived good, through which I've not profited. I've always thought of Christmas time, outside of, you know, the Jesus-y stuff, as a kind, forgiving, charitable time. It's the only time I know of all year when people make the choice to open their hearts freely, to give without asking in return, and to think of others below them as if they were human too. Well, except retail workers, apparently. And therefore, Uncle, though Christmas has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, it has done me good, and it will continue to do me good.
Let me hear another sound from you, Bob Cratchit, and you'll spend your Christmas on hold with Pennsylvania's unemployment hotline. Nephew, you're quite a powerful speaker. Have you ever considered going into politics?
Don't give me that, Uncle. Come dine with us tomorrow.
I would literally rather vote for Dr. Oz. Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love. Good afternoon.
Hold on, you didn't come to visit us before we got married. Why try to give us a reason for not coming
Good
now?
afternoon.
I never asked for anything from you. Why can't we be friends?
Good afternoon.
I'm sorry, with all my heart, to find you so resolute. I wish you would come celebrate with my family, with your family. But I tried. Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Oh my God, how many times do I have to say good afternoon, leave? Shit.
Good afternoon, sir!
Oh my God.
Do I have the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley has been dead for 7 years.
Hint, hint.
So sorry for your loss.
But I have no doubt that his liberality is well represented by his surviving partner.
At this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that we should make some slight provision for the poor and destitute who suffer quite greatly. Thousands of people are without common necessities, and hundreds of thousands more without common comforts.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons, sir.
And the union workhouses, are they still in operation?
They are still, though I wish I could say that they were not. Poor people being forced to slave away, simply because they can't afford not to, they might as well be prisons.
What a relief! From what you were saying, I was afraid they had ceased their useful operation.
Well, we are raising a fund to buy some food and drink and means of warmth for the poor. What should I put you down for?
Nothing.
You wish to give anonymous.
I wish to be left alone! Since you asked me what I wish, gentlemen, that is my answer. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make lazy people merry. I give my taxes to pay for the prisons, the workhouses, they cost enough, and those that are badly off must go there.
But neither should exist to begin with!
Many would rather die.
Well, if they would rather die, they had better do it, and decrease the surplus population. It is just natural selection. But now, to play devil's advocate, how do you know that they would rather die? It's not my business. It is enough for a man to concern himself with his own business and not interfere with other people's. My business occupies me constantly. Good afternoon.
Jesus Christ, dude!
several soul-crushing hours of silence, Scrooge's helpless clerk, Bob Cratchit, reached the exact last minute that he could make a request of the same man who just casually suggested economics-based eugenics to complete strangers. Full of regret that he'd left it to the last minute, Bob gave it his best shot.
Mr. Scrooge, as it's been mentioned a few times today, tomorrow is Christmas, and...
You want the day off, I suppose.
If it's convenient, sir.
It is not convenient, and it is not fair.
Well, it is only once a year, sir. In fact, it's the one day a year that most businesses are closed. You'll have no one to do business with. And keeping the office open will cost you money as well. If we closed, you'd save a day's worth of coal.
That's your pitch.
Yes.
Suppose you must have the whole day. You'll be here all the earlier the next morning.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Fucking idiot.
I'm sorry, sir. Did you say something?
Yes, I said fucking idiot in reference to you.
Oh.
With the office closed for the evening, Cratchit celebrated his work victory by sliding on ice with some Muppet penguins. Meanwhile, Scrooge ate dinner at his usual melancholy tavern.
Hi, welcome to Woody's.
And then he headed back home. He was just about to open his front door when the doorknob began to change shape.
It cannot be.
Jacob Marley's face. It was not in shadows like the other objects in the yard were, but had a dismal light about it, like a bad lobster in a dark cellar. No, that's what the original text says. Right here, page 420. A bad lobster in a dark cellar. That's a cigarette. Oh, gosh. Okay, well. Marley's face, but just as quickly as it came, the face was gone, leaving just a doorknob behind.
Humbug!
To say that Scrooge was not startled would be untrue, but he put on his big boy hands, opened the door, and lit his candle. He did pause before he shut the door, and he did check behind it first, but there was nothing to be found, so he closed the door with a bang.
Bah, humbug. Maybe that is my new catchphrase.
Scrooge was not a man to be frightened by echoes. He was also not a man to check every room in his empty home to make sure that there was no one there. He was alone in the dark because darkness is cheap and Scrooge is cheap as hell, so... Okay, before we continue, I just want to be sure that we all realize that Jacob Marley was not a doorknob. Okay? Okay. Just trying to put it all into perspective. He also wasn't a bad lobster, right? Okay. But he is dead.
Yes.
That is a doorknob.
Okay, now that we're on the same page, page 5,000. Satisfied with his search, Scrooge put on his dressing gown, slippers, and nightcap, looking like that bear off the front of the Sleepy Time tea. Finally, he sat down by the fire, totally confident that he wasn't about to get a huge fucking ghost comeuppance.
How now? What do you want with me?
Much.
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Who was you?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Can you Can you sit down?
What?
Well, I wanted to ask if you could sit down, but then I got nervous because I thought it might be insensitive if ghosts can't actually do that.
Let me get this straight. You were worried about being politically incorrect with the ghost of your dead partner?
I guess so, yes. You're always such a bitch.
You don't believe in me.
I don't.
What else can I do besides sit here right in front of you?
I don't know.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Because a little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach makes them cheat. You might be an undigested bit of beef, a crumb of cheese, a bit of an underdone potato. Whatever you are, there's more gravy than a grave about you.
What? A horrible joke!
Mercy. Dreadful apparition. Why do you trouble me?
Man of the worldly mind, you believe in me or not?
I do. I must, but why do spirits walk the earth and why do they come to me?
It is the will and duty of every man that his spirit must walk abroad among his fellow men and travel far and wide. And if that spirit fails to do so in life, it is condemned to do so after death, doomed to wander through the world and witness what it cannot share. Oh!
You are bound in chains, Jacob. Tell me why.
I wear the chain I forged in life. I made it, link by link, and yard by yard. Is its shape strange to you, Ebenezer? Or would you know the weight and length of the strong coil you bear yourself? It was as heavy and as long as this one 7 Christmas Eves ago, and you have labored on it since. It is a ponderous chain.
Speak comfort to me, Jacob.
I have none to give. It comes from other regions, Ebenezer Scrooge, and is conveyed by other ministers to other kinds of men. Oh, captive, bound, and double-ironed, I cannot rest, I cannot stay, I cannot linger anywhere. In life, my spirit never roved beyond our counting house, and weary journeys lie before me now.
But you were always a good man. A good man of business, Jacob.
Business! Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, patience, and benevolence were all my business! Why did I walk through crowds of fellow beings with my eyes turned down, never raising them to see the suffering of others? Ooh, you are very suffering indeed. That I could have relieved so easily. Hear me now, Ebenezer, for my time is nearly done.
I will, but Jacob, don't be hard on me.
Hard on him? Oh, come on, it's been so so long. Not one joke in a million years. I get one dick joke.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
How it is that I appear before you in a shape that you can see, I do not know. I have sat beside you invisible many a day. But I am here tonight to warn you that you have yet a chance and hope of escaping my fate. A chance and hope I have created for you, Ebenezer.
You are always so good to me, Jacob. Thank you.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
Wait, that's your chance and hope?
It is.
Well, that sucks, Jacob! I only now just found out that ghosts exist, and now your solution for saving my life is sending me more ghosts?
I am a ghost, you asshole! I only have ghosts to work with, and without them you have no chance of escaping my fate. Look for the first ghost tonight when the bell strokes 1.
Couldn't I just, take them all at once, get it over with?
Oh, God. Oh, shit. Take them all at once. They're writing. Okay. I'm done now. I'm done.
Look for the next ghost on the next night when the bell strokes 1, the same as the first. And look for the third on the next night when the last stroke of midnight has ceased to vibrate.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that one more time?
Oh, just check your G-Cal. I work at the Times.
Oh, thanks so much.
Look to see me no more, Ebenezer. And for your sake, remember what has passed between us. Bye!
Humbug. Jacob said that the first spirit would arrive when the bell has tolled 1. Well, it's, 12:30 now, so no point in going to bed, so I shall just sit here and wait until the bell has tolled 1.
And so Scrooge spent the next half hour contemplating what to do for the next half hour. Would it be acceptable, he pondered, to masturbate? But what if the spirit arrived early? What if another spirit arrived who didn't have an appointment? Have ghosts been watching him masturbate this whole time?
Oh my God.
Were they into it? Now that ghosts can apparently just appear out of nowhere, could Scrooge ever know a moment of peace? Or solitude? Or could he never again use the bathroom? Or go be naked? Or... Oh, never mind.
The bell has tolled. But there is no spirit.
Scrooge was mid-sigh of relief that he could masturbate in peace again, when suddenly...
Oh, are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
But you are a child.
Oh, I'm trans-masked, so I kind of have a baby face. I'm way older than I look. I'm 23.
Oh.
I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
What business brings you here?
Your welfare.
Thank you, but a night of unbroken rest would have been more conducive to that end.
Believe me, if you could earn salvation by doing absolutely nothing of any value to anyone, I wouldn't have to go visit Elon Musk tomorrow. Out the window.
The window? Spirit, I am mortal. I am liable to fall.
Put your hand here on my binder, and we will fly!
Oh, wow! Oh, look at this! Oh, look at the production value! The birds! The green screen! The vibrating! Oh, my God! Wow! Oh! Landing on the ground, Scrooge became aware of 1,000 strange sights, sounds, and odors he knew all too well.
Spirit, I was born and raised in this place. I was a boy here. Oh, there's one of my classmates. Hello!
Ah, who are you? Where did you come from? Are you gonna kidnap me?
It's me, your old friend Ebenezer.
Someone alert the headmaster! Someone's kidnapped Ebenezer! Oh my god!
How'd you think that was gonna go? Even if they could see you, we're visiting your memory, so you're basically talking to a picture.
Oh, right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Jeez. Is it Christmas time here too, Spirit? The schoolhouse must be nearly deserted.
Not quite. A solitary boy, deserted by his friends, is left here still.
I know.
Sure enough, when they entered the school, who was kneeling by the fireplace but a lonely boy, reading near the feeble fire? Scrooge's neglected, forgotten self, a child.
Oh, I wish. But it's too late now.
What is it?
Nothing, Spirit. It's just that there was a little boy singing a Christmas carol outside my window last night. I wish I had given him something. Instead of throwing cold water on his face and threatening to warm it up by farting on him, that's all.
Oh.
Ebenezer?
Sam,
Oh, dear brother.
what are you doing here?
I've come to bring you home.
Home?
Yes, home, once and for all, forever and ever. Father's so much kinder than he used to be. He spoke to me so gently one night that I wasn't afraid to ask him if you could come home, and he said yes, and he sent me in a carriage to get you.
I don't believe this man, thank you. What is it, Van? What's the matter?
Father has one condition for your return.
Which is?
You are not to go into the attic unsupervised again to... I know your heart, dear brother. I know you meant nothing wrong by it, and frankly, you look lovely. But I'm afraid that if Father catches you wearing Mother's old dresses again, we'll be separated forever, and I can't.
For you, little sister, I will not. You have my word, I'll never leave you again. Always a delicate soul whom a breath might wither, but she had a large heart.
Yes. Yes, she did, Spirit.
She died a woman and had, as I think, children.
One child.
Your nephew, Fred.
Yes.
Listen, I'm not a therapist or anything. I'm just a time-traveling ghost manifestation of the past in spectral form, no big deal. But I feel like if you have a connection to your dead sister as rare as her only son, I would maybe stop trying to shove him out of your leg.
I'm not trying to do that. He's the one. I'm not going to talk about this with you right now. I don't know you.
Okay.
The Spirit then brought Scrooge to his first apprenticeship, which looked really good on his resume when he applied to Starbucks on 9th and Market.
It's Fezziwig's. I was apprenticed here.
No more work tonight.
Oh, that's Fezziwig. Fezziwig's alive again.
It's Christmas Eve, boys. Let's get those shutters up.
Oh, it's her annual Christmas Eve party.
Let's get lit.
Such a small thing to make these silly folks so full of gratitude.
Small?
Am I wrong? She spent a few pounds of your mortal money, 3 or 4 perhaps, to make this happen. Is that so much that she deserves this praise?
Which doesn't matter how much it cost. This was about celebration, about people coming together to celebrate. We all knew she didn't have the money to throw her huge balls in the first place, but...
Uh-huh.
You're right, Spirit. I now make more in 1 week than what she paid to make all this happen.
Who is that?
Oh, that's Belle.
Oh, no, I know who she is. I've got a whole scene queued up with her in it later. I'm talking about the one that you've been glued at the hip to all night until just now.
Oh, that was my friend and co-worker, Dick. Very attached to me was Dick, in love with me, in fact.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, you know, nothing really happened. We were just roommates.
Oh, my God. They were roommates.
I didn't know that.
Yes, and what's really really interesting about all this is that because A Christmas Carol's in the public domain, I can state that not only just for this production, but as an addition to the official Christmas Carol canon.
No way!
Yes!
Okay. Okay, CJ Higgins.
What?
We realize that you feel very strongly about this OTB ship.
Obviously.
So much so you wrote it in.
Yeah.
So it's canon now.
Yeah.
You can move on, you're free.
Fine.
Poor Dick. My dear Dick.
Did you love him back?
What?
Did you love him back?
Why would you ask me that? I was engaged to Belle. I had Belle.
I didn't ask if you loved Belle. I asked if you loved Dick.
What does it matter if I love Dick or anyone else? Belle was the one that I pledged to spend the rest of my life with, to spend my days with only her. Does it make sense to think about how I might have felt about anyone else? It just disrupts things. Gee.
Why am I surprised every holiday season when our business simply increases? Maybe I'm wondering when our customers will finally come to their senses instead of overspending on frivolities. Just stop buying used books that you know you'll never read yourself. It's not that hard.
Oh, you know they never will, and they'll come crawling right back to us by the new year.
Humbug. Well, at least their misfortune is our gain.
Well, what is troubling you?
Oh, you care about that now?
What do you mean?
Another idol has displaced me, Ebenezer, and if it can cheer and comfort you as I have tried to do, there's no reason for me to grieve.
Jacob, would you please excuse us?
Certainly. Belle?
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one. You never leave this building. Not for supper, not for bed. I never see you anymore.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Belle. We need money to survive. The world is not kind to the poor. What would you have me do?
You fear the world too much. You've abandoned all of your ideals to avoid society's reproach. I have seen your nobler aspirations disappear one by one until your true passion, gain, consumes you. Have I not? What then?
Even if I have wised up to how the world works, I'm not changed towards you. Am I?
Our contract is an old one. When it was made, you were a different man. You have changed.
I was a boy.
You know that you were not what you are. I've thought about this for a long time, longer than I want to admit. But I have thought about it, and I release you.
When have I ever sought release?
In words, never.
In what then?
In a changed nature, in an altered spirit, in everything that made my love of any worth or value in your sight. If we met today, tell me, would you seek me out and try to win me now?
You think not?
I would gladly think otherwise if I could. When I have realized a truth like this, I know how tempting it is to ignore. But if you were free today, tomorrow, yesterday, can I believe you would choose a penniless woman? I release you with a full heart for the love of who you once were. Though I may be hurt by this for a very, very brief time. But then you will forget all of it, gladly, as an unprofitable dream. May you be happy in the life you have chosen.
Spirit, take me home, please. Wait, this isn't my home.
This is a home, just not yours.
Oh, fuck off.
I saw an old friend of yours this afternoon, Belle.
Who was it?
Guess.
How could I possibly guess? I barely know 3 people in this town anymore. Oh, you don't mean.
Mr. Scrooge himself. I walked by his office window this afternoon, and there he was, sitting there. His partner lies on the brink of death, I hear, and he was just sitting there, alone. Quite alone in the world, I believe.
His partner?
Oh, business partner, Jacob Marley. But, partner, do you think?
I had my suspicions.
Oh, is that why things ended between you two?
Oh no, it wasn't that. He could have been as gay as decked halls for all I cared. But he was such an asshole.
Well, you have to be to run a business the way that he does.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think he has to be.
Spirit, take me home, to my actual home, please.
That won't change anything. All of this already happened. You can't blame me for how it happened. This cannot be changed. Only you can.
No. Fuck you, Christmas ghost!
Back in Scrooge's bedroom, the second of the spirits was due to appear, yet as the clock struck the hour...
Nothing.
Now, I don't know if any of you all have experience with ghost meetings, but if you have an appointment scheduled and the ghost doesn't show up, it's fucking scary. Another 5 minutes passed, and then 10 minutes, 15. The ghost was well past drag queen time. And finally, it occurred to Scrooge. What if the ghost is in another room?
That would explain that weird glowing light emanating from that room over there.
And so, being incredibly brave, Scrooge put on his comfy slippies and crept toward the door. The moment Scrooge's hand was on the lock, a strange voice called him by his name.
Tell me you love me in private.
And bade him enter.
Come in. Come in and get to know me better, man. I am the ghost of Christmas presents. Look upon me. You have never seen the likes of me before.
Oh, I don't know how to answer that. I mean, I've seen black people before.
I'm gonna stop right there.
Okay.
I meant that you haven't honored Christmas.
Oh, yes. I don't think I have, Spirit.
You don't think?
I am afraid I have not, Spirit.
Said Scrooge submissively.
Conduct me where you will. If there be anything you would like to show me, let me profit by it.
Touch my robe.
Wait, why?
It's velvet. I got it from Chien.
Oh, it's so nice.
Also, he just teleported.
Indeed, they had. As you can clearly see by the intricate set change, Scrooge now found himself on the streets of the town he walked every day, but for the first time took notice of the people who traversed them. As dozens and dozens of people rushed past Scrooge, he noticed that the spirit was using their toys to enrich their lives, whether it be to give food to someone in need.
I wonder if this counts as breakfast. Oh, I guess it does now.
Or to settle petty squabbles.
I don't get how someone can be non-binary and a lesbian. Oh, of course. Just because I don't understand a concept doesn't make it less legitimate. It's up to me to learn more before passing judgment.
Spirit, what power does your torch have?
I help guide along what makes this season different from every other time of year.
Oh, you mean talking to relatives you wouldn't give the time of day to otherwise? Googling, when is Hanukkah this year? Oh, Mariah Carey?
Compassion, charity, love. Counting your blessings and recognizing how you can be a blessing to others. And also Mariah Carey.
I don't think anyone would consider me a blessing at this point.
Yeah, no shit, dude. You're talking to a Christmas ghost. The second one today, I might add.
Wait a second, though. There must be someone who thinks I'm a blessing. Like my nephew, Fred. He's always coming by my counting house and telling me how great I am, no matter how many times I tell him to go fuck himself and leave me alone.
Aha. Well, let's go visit your nephew then, shall we? Hello! My name is the Ghost of Christmas Present, and you're watching Disney Channel.
And so Scrooge found himself in the home of his only living relative, Fred, who was busy hosting his annual Christmas lunch alongside his partner, Ash.
Oh, there's my nephew Fred and his husband Ashley.
I'm pretty sure the narrator just said their name is Ash.
Yes,
You know,
well,
I did say that.
yeah, well, this non-binary they/them nonsense. I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. If Ashley didn't want to be a man, he could just choose to be a transgender woman. That's fine. But I'm not going to pretend that there are all these imaginary genders for himself just because he wants them.
He said Christmas was a humbug. I swear to God, and he believed it too.
We're talking about me.
A humbug? What What is that, his catchphrase now?
He is practically a supervillain at this point. I mean, between his hatred of everyone and his Scrooge McDuckian wealth.
His wealth. He doesn't do any good with it. If I had half of what he has, I could make this whole town a better place and still have plenty to make us comfortable. But thankfully I'm not him, so I'm not an unbearable asshole to be around.
I've just about lost patience with him. If I wanted to be disrespected in my own home, I would have married a cishet man.
Well, thankfully there won't be any of that this year. He once again declined. And if it makes you feel better, I'd never have to invite him again. I mean, you mean more to me than some old guy I'm just related to by blood.
I'm sorry, disrespecting him in his home. I may not approve of his lifestyle choices, but I've always been respectful to him.
Acting polite is not the same thing as being respectful. And even if it was, it's not polite to constantly refer to someone in a way they don't want to be referred to.
I'm sorry, but the they-them thing, it doesn't even make sense grammatically.
Really? Because I literally just used it and you didn't care. Maybe your issue isn't grammar. Maybe your issue is you.
Well, it does seem like a nice party anyway. Fred and Ash seem to have built a nice life with one another.
You can be a part of it too, you know. You just have to be kind to others even when you don't fully understand them.
Okay, I'm thinking of something. Yes or no questions only.
Is it an animal?
Yes.
Ooh, is it indigenous to this area?
Absolutely, never leaves it.
Does it take kindly to humans?
Absolutely not.
Oh, a rat!
No, never mind. This is impossible. What have you got?
Oh, wait. Okay, it's an animal that never leaves this area, and it doesn't get along with humans. It's your uncle, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Jesus, Ash, I mean, that is my uncle you're talking about.
Yeah, Ash, what the fuck?
I'm just kidding! Oh my god. Merry Christmas to the old man, wherever he is. He may not take it from me, but he should have it nevertheless. Uncle Scrooge?
I guess.
My own nephew thinks about me like that.
Oh, lighten up. It's not like you treat him any better.
Spirit, take me somewhere else, please.
Okay. Let's go.
Wait, aren't we going to, ghost teleport thingy?
Can you walk all right?
Oh, yes, I can walk, but it's just a little cold out there, and I'm in this situation.
No shit, jackass. You're the one who decided to go on ghost tours of Dickensian London in your jammies. We're going right down the block, man. Swear to God. Talk to ghosts for 2 hours now.
I'm sorry,
After a tense 1-block walk, Scrooge and the spirit arrived at a small, dilapidated home. The kind you see while looking at Zillow and you think to yourself, there's no way in hell they're asking for $2,000 for that. At least there are bats flying around and shit. But somehow they are.
Martha, Peter, where is your father? Martha, Peter. Martha, Peter.
Oh, sorry, Mother, there was not a lot of time for that quick change just then.
Well, help me prepare the table. Your father is due any moment now. There he is.
Hello, my sweet little gherkin.
Father!
How was the service?
Oh, Tiny Tim was as good as gold.
I made a wreath.
Oh.
A wreath goes on a door, not on your head.
Well, I'm wearing mine. I think it's neat. Well, now your head's adored. Hey!
Was he coughing like that during the service?
A cough or two during the service. I kept an eye on it as best as I could.
It's been getting worse and worse at night. We need to find him a doctor.
We will. I don't know if Scrooge is paying me for tomorrow since I have the day off. So that might make finances a bit tight this week. And seeing a doctor will mean paying for medication too, which... We will make it work. I have faith.
The family of 5 then feasted on, by Scrooge's own estimation, the smallest goose that had ever goosed. Through it all, Scrooge couldn't stop looking at Tiny Tim.
Cratchit should have informed me his child was sick. I would have given him something if he had only told me.
You charged that man for a lump of coal when he was shivering. Do you really think you created a work environment where he feels safe to ask you for anything?
Mr. Scrooge.
Bob!
I give you the founder of the feast, Mr. Scrooge.
Founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, and I hope he'd choke on it.
My dear, the children, Christmas Day.
Of course, the children and Christmas Day. Kids, on this blessed holiday, it's important to remember that every person was made in God's image, and therefore should be treated with kindness, empathy, and respect. Even if that person makes you wonder if someone found a pile of garbage and put Frosty the Snowman's hat on it so it come to life.
That's the spirit, my dear.
What a wonderful feast. God bless us, everyone.
Let's get Tim to bed. Here, let's take that.
Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
I see a vacant seat in the poor chimney corner. A crutch without her owner carefully preserved. If the shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No, 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 Spirit, say he will be spared.
Well, if he's gonna die, he had better do it and decrease the surplus population, right? If you are any kind of human being, don't you dare say anything like that again until you learn what the surplus is and where it is. Who are you to decide who should live or who should die? It may be in the sight of God you are more worthless and less fit to live than millions like this poor man's child. Oh God, to hear the insect on the leaf pronouncing that there is too much life among his hungry brothers in the dust.
The spirit led Scrooge for the remainder of their time, seeking out places full of people in need, from sick beds to the gender-neutral bathrooms at Taboo. As they progressed, Scrooge noticed that his companion was aging much more rapidly than he'd imagined.
Are Spirit's lives so short?
My time on this earth is very brief. It ends upon the stroke of midnight.
So soon.
Did you not just catch on that I am the embodiment of Christmas Day? So when this day ends, I end?
Oh, right, because you're the ghost of the present day, and it's the end of the present day. I'm sorry, I didn't get that metaphor at first. I apologize.
Well, then you're gonna hate this one. These are the children of mankind, and they cling on me, appealing from their fathers. This boy is ignorance, this girl is want. Beware them both in all of their degree, but most of all, beware this boy. For on his brow I see that written which is doom, unless the writing be erased. See, I told you that metaphor was going to go right over your head.
I'll give you a second, I'll get it. Just hold on.
I literally can't wait for that. I am about to die.
No, wait, it's like, so the children are ignorant and they want doom and the boy is worse, but the girls, what the fuck am I doing trying to solve riddles about goblin children with Christmas ghosts? Spirit? Spirit? Spirit?
Oh. No, I don't do scary. I knew there were spirits, but oh shit! Oh wait, hold on, I'm sorry. I know y'all got to see the rest of the play, so let me find the switch again on one moment. Oh, here we go.
I'm now in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come. You are going to show me the shadows of things that have yet to be. Is that so, Spirit? Ghost of the future, I fear you. I fear you more than any other spirit I have yet seen, but as I know that your intent is to do me good, I will follow you, and I will do it with a thankful heart. Will you not speak to me? Oh, lead me on, Spirit, lead me on.
The spirit then led Scrooge to the town that he knew all too well. However, he would soon find that it would be very different. Stop staring at me. I can be scared sometimes. Now fuck off.
I was at brunch with my moms when we heard the news, and I swear to God, the entire restaurant burst into one big celebration. The mimosas were truly bottomless that day.
You know, the same thing happened at my job, but look at the town. All the potholes are filled, and all the kids get free lunch at school.
And the economy,
Right?
all those people who had loans with him, we could actually start buying houses.
Yeah. I feel bad because obviously it's sad when somebody dies,
Yeah,
but obviously, none of this would have happened if he didn't die.
You're so right. He was ready to starve the town if it meant he got a little richer.
Speaking of which, I'm starving. Want to get brunch?
Totally. I would kill for a hard-shell burrito right now.
Yes.
Hard-shell burritos? My God, how far in the future is this? Scrooge and Marley under new management, and Fred, my nephew Fred, what's he doing here? He couldn't run a business to save his life. Why aren't I stopping him?
Hello, is this place still open?
Hi, yes. My name's Fred. Are you...
Oh, you're his nephew. I'm sorry.
That's quite all right. Are you here about a loan?
Yes. So, Mr. Scrooge, I took out a loan with him about a year ago, and I was wondering if it was still valid. I haven't even paid it off in full yet. I'm just not sure how any of this works.
27% interest rate compound.
Yeah, I thought it was high at the time, but it was an emergency. My husband really needed the money, you see. Yeah.
All's forgiven.
What?
In fact, with that loan amount, I'd say you grossly overpaid. 1 second. That should make us even.
What?
What? Oh, I can't believe it. This is amazing.
If Fred keeps doing this, my business will be bankrupt in no time.
I don't mean to sound ungrateful or anything, but don't you lose money by doing this? If you keep this up, the business will go bankrupt in no time.
Thank you.
You want to know a secret?
What?
That's my hope. This business is rotten to its foundation. My uncle made all of his money solely off exploiting the desperate. I don't want to keep a business like that up. My intent is to redistribute his earnings from those he took advantage of. And hopefully once that's done, I'll close up shop and have done my part in making this town a better place.
That's incredible. I don't believe it.
The world's changing. You either help and change with it, or you get left behind. And if you got left behind, how could you enjoy such wonderful new innovations like the hard-shell burritos?
Okay, is that the only thing that's different in this future? Everything's the same, but now hard-shell burritos exist?
Thank you so much for being better than... I'm sorry.
It's okay. You can say it. He was an asshole.
So, this is your big play, huh? How much better the world would be if that person is dead? And you're not clever, you know. I know what it is you are implying about Humst. But I'm sure that not everyone could be better off now that that person is dead. Show me someone whose life is much worse since that person died. I know there's gotta be someone.
must be nearly time for your father to come home.
Past it, rather, but I think he's walked a little slower than usual these past few evenings.
I have known him to walk with Tiny Tim upon his shoulder, very fast indeed.
Me too.
Oh, there's your father at the door.
No, Spirit, not Tiny Tim.
She could have gone with me, my dear. It would have done you good to see how green a place it was. But you'll see it often enough. I promised him I'd walk there on Sundays. My little child. Fred gave me the week off from work. Said it was important that I be here with you all right now. Said that family comes before business. Things he didn't learn much from his uncle.
Oh, he seems like a good soul.
You sure of that, my dear, if you saw and spoke to him? I wouldn't be at all surprised if he found Peter a suitable job down the line.
You hear that, Peter? And then
Someday soon, Peter will find someone special and start a family of his own apart from us.
Oh no, never, Father!
Peter, it's okay. Life is full of meetings and partings. Every one of us will say goodbye to each other at some point. It's just the way of things. But however and whenever we part, I'm sure we shall none of us forget poor Tiny Tim, or this first passing that there was among us. And I know, my dears, that we remember how patient and how kind he was. He was just a child. That we will not quarrel needlessly amongst ourselves and forget poor Tiny Tim in doing so. I am very happy. I am very happy.
Oh, with all this crying, Bob, I couldn't bear to cook dinner.
Well, then we won't ask that of you, my dear. Let's order some hard-shelled burritos.
I think I have a bit of
Remember, mine has to be mild.
Spirit, something tells me that our time of parting is nearing. I don't know how I know it, but I do. Spirit, who is the man whose passing has changed this town so? Before I look at that grave to which you point, Spirit, answer me one thing. Are these the shadows of things that will be, or are they the shadows of things that may be only? Men's choices will lead to certain events, but if the choices be changed, the events may change. Say this thus with what you show me. Ebenezer Scrooge. Fuck that guy. Fine! Look, I'm sorry if everyone is offended by me all of a sudden and wants to attack me, but as you all have fucking seen, I didn't have an easy life. I am a gay man who could never come out of the closet, so I don't know what privilege everyone seems to think I have, but I haven't seen it. No one ever gave me anything for free. No one ever gave me anything on a silver platter. I worked hard for everything I have, and now everyone wants to cancel me all of a sudden. So, fine, I'll celebrate Christmas or donate to a charity or whatever the fuck. Because apparently if I don't, I'm going to die. Do you know how that feels? Do you know how it feels if everyone in the world would feel better if you were dead? Look, I've said and done things I'm not proud of, but where's the pity for me? Where's the sympathy? Where is the so-called tolerant left? Would it really make you feel better if I beat myself up about it every single day? Is that what you want? Huh? Oh, fine. So, take me back, Spirit, so I can learn my lesson and be done with it.
You fucking idiot!
What? Marley, you were the ghost of Christmas yet to come all this time?
No shit, Ebenezer! Why else do you think they would double cast me in this role? Because they couldn't afford to hire more actors? Grow up!
Oh, of course, those fat cats of the Hum'n'bards Theater Troupe have plenty of money to spare. Money, please.
Everyone told me that you would never change, but I thought that you would at least try for my sake. And then, just like clockwork, you think about no one but yourself. My ghost therapist was right about you.
But wait a minute, I repented, Jacob. I just did the monologue.
You call that repentance? Taking responsibility for your actions? An apology? You have no idea how much harm you have caused others, only how your actions affect you. And now, since you refuse to take responsibility for your actions, I have no choice but to take a measure I never dared imagine taking! What? We're doing a musical number, Scroogey! Past, present, get out here! We're doing the number!
Wait, but I'm already in my Tiny Tim outfit for the end.
Figure it out! Narrator!
You know, I was made for this moment, right? 5, 6, 7, 8.
The more you hoard your wealth, the less there is to go around. Your wealth and need for gain has completely drained the town. The economy is rooted now. Folks can't pay their dues. You gotta get your shit together, Scrooge.
Think of all the time that you could have helped the poor. Tiny Tim would still be living if you paid his dad more. Now there's one less Cratchit, and it's all because of you.
You gotta get your shit together, Scrooge.
Now you give it a try, an actual apology!
Jacob, you know I don't sing.
Oh my god, no one's asking you to sing,
No, I'm gonna
Josh.
feel weird if I don't sing during the fucking musical
Oh my
number, Geremy.
god, just do something!
I'm sorry if you're hurt.
That's not a real apology.
I've had a rough life.
All I hear is me, me, me.
My dad was mean.
That doesn't mean you have to be stuck up.
Everyone's too sensitive.
Shut the fuck up!
Apology should be about the harm that you have done and what steps you can take to be better from now on. For once you have to think about someone besides you.
You gotta get your shit together, Scrooge.
You've done a lot of harm, but you can still make it right.
Think of all the lessons we've been teaching you tonight.
We're giving you a chance to start your life anew. You gotta get your shit together, Scrooge!
Oh! Oh! Big finish, everyone! Alright! Kick your faces! 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now's the time to step up and show that you really care. 'Cause to be real, there's no good way to be a billionaire. And no pressure, but the revolution's coming up real soon. You gotta get your shit together, Scrooge. Get your shit together, Scrooge.
Is that number in my reel?
Jacob, wait. There's so much about all of this that I still don't understand, and I'm afraid I never will, and then I'll never be a good person.
Oh, Ebenezer. It doesn't matter whether you understand or not. It doesn't matter whether you're a good person or not. Putting others before yourself and making the world a better place are inherently not about you. the sooner you understand that, the sooner you will do better. Because it is the right thing to do. Not because you're trying to save your soul or something. Where do I even start? Here.
Nice.
I'm home! I'm in my bedroom! Wow!
Narrator. I'm back. Thank you. While they're applauding, tell me what page we were on.
Page.
Nice.
Oh, here. Let me see. I'm home in my bedroom. Okay. Indeed he was. The bedpost was his own. The room was his own. The clack fan signed by God Nick on the wall was his own.
I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall live within me. I say it on my knees, Jacob Marley. On my knees.
Yeah, we know he did.
You there. Boy, what is today?
Today, why it's National Roast Suckling Pig Day and International Migrants Day and, of course, the first night of Hanukkah.
Oh my goodness, that is so many things in one day. Oh, but what is the day in the play?
Oh, it's Christmas Day.
Incredible! Oh my God, I am so sorry. I should not have assumed that you were a boy.
What?
I said I am so sorry. I should not have assumed that you were a boy.
No, it's fine. I mean, I'm technically non-binary, but I'm okay with being referred to with traditionally masculine titles.
Oh, cool. Anyway, do you know that big shop around the corner with the prized turkey in the window?
Oh, what, the one as big as me? Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, wonderful. I would like you to go and buy that turkey.
You're joking, right?
No, I am serious. What could a turkey cost these days anyway? Oh, what could it be, $100?
No, I mean, sir, it's more like, oh, wow, $100. That's exactly correct.
I would like you to buy that turkey and then bring it to Bob Cratchit's house where I will meet you. And also, please bring a bag of Funyuns.
And so Scrooge began to make his way into the world he had long neglected, giving a how do you do to everyone he passed in the street.
How do you do? How do you do? How do you do? Oh, sir, you were one of the people collecting money for the poor yesterday, were you not?
Why, yes, I was.
I knew it was you. I haven't seen any other faces remotely like yours in the past 24 hours. Now, as for your charity, put me down for...
Oh, wow, $20!
Not a penny less!
I wish that I could give you something in return. Oh, you know what? Here.
Okay, all right. Let's get my wallet out.
Oh, no, you don't have to pay me anything for that. It's a gift.
Gift?
Yes, it's a gift. It's something that I've given you because I appreciate it.
And so Scrooge finally learned why people buy each other things. With that epiphany out of the way, his next stop was to his nephew Fred's.
Uncle Scrooge! Is it too late for me to accept your invitation to your Christmas lunch?
Let me just go check with
Ash! Yes! Do go check with Ash, and let Ash know I will do my best to show utmost respect to they, them.
I'll be sure to let them know, because I'm certain they'll be delighted.
Brett, did I do it right, you know, with the they-thems?
No.
And finally, it was time for Scrooge to make things right with the one man that he had made things wrong with for so long.
Bob Cratchit! Why are you not at work?
Mr. Scrooge, we agreed. It's Christmas Day, sir. You said I could have the day off. It's only once a year, sir.
Well, Bob, I'm not going to stand for this sort of behavior any longer. And therefore, I am going to raise your salary. Merry Christmas, Bob. Merrier Christmas than I have given you these many years. I will raise your salary, and I will endeavor to assist your struggling family.
Well, this is remarkable. What made you decide to do that?
Well, it's this weird thing, Bob. See, last night I was visited by 3 spirits who showed me the trauma of my past, how that trauma negatively affected my present, and how it would harm everyone in the future if I didn't change my ways. They made me aware of my most egregious flaw, that I've never embraced Christmas.
That's what they told you was the issue?
Yes, I think so.
They didn't mention anything about the wage theft?
The what?
Bob Cratchit then elaborated on the ghost message to Scrooge, explaining the failings of late-stage capitalism using a slideshow he had on standby for many years just in case.
Wait, so you're telling me that there are enough vacant houses in the United States of America for everyone experiencing homelessness to live in, but they're not allowed to just live in those houses?
Correct. And that's just one example of how our country has an abundance of resources, yet forces scarcity.
Because capitalism prioritizes profit over human life and thus parasitically feeds on basic human needs like shelter.
Exactly, whereas the fulfillment of those needs should be a basic human right for all people, regardless of how much money they have.
So the problem isn't that I don't like Christmas, the problem is that I've got too much fucking money.
And that you got that money through criminal and dishonest means. Yes. Which is more often than not the case for people with that kind of wealth, because it's nearly impossible to obtain that sort of wealth without withholding and outright stealing it from others.
So instead of focusing on getting as much money for myself as I can, I should instead focus on meeting the needs of my community, which would in turn help reduce such systemic problems such as hunger and crime.
That would be a great start. Yes.
That makes so much sense, doesn't it?
I think so. But yeah, thank you for the raise. And that was a fun prank you pulled back there. I thought I was going to lose my only source of income and not be able to provide for my 3-child household, including my disabled son. Very funny and cool of you.
I'm sorry, Bob. It's just that I'm still getting used to, you know, people and interacting with them, they, them.
Well, why don't you come have Christmas dinner with my family? That's plenty of people to practice with.
I would like that. Oh, Bob, that reminds me. I bought you a huge uncooked turkey.
Sorry, you what?
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not doubt, by the way, he was one of those guys you call an uncle, even though they're not related to you. They just knew your parents when they were in college. You know, that kind of person. He became as good a friend, as good a man, as the good city knew. Good. Some people laughed to see the change in him, but he let them laugh and didn't pay mind. His own heart laughed, and that was quite enough for him. Scrooge never saw the ghosts again, and he also became straight-edged for the rest of his life. I swear to God, that's what the original text of A Christmas Carol says right here, page 4763. And if you don't believe me, go home, open it up, look at it, read it, figure it out for yourself. But it was always said of Scrooge that he honored the spirit of the season through prioritizing the betterment of the world around him over his need to feel like a good person. May that truly be said of us and all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us.
Wait, I'm sorry. There's something that I have to finally say. I'm gay.
Yeah, we all are.
Oh, you mean everyone is?
Well, not everyone necessarily, but all of us are. I mean, it's in the title of the show.
Right, well, good for you.
Good for you too, sir. I know that took a lot of courage to say. Thank you for inviting us in.
and so, as Tiny Tim observed.
Happy Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Solstica, everybody!